Today, as viewers watch the news, there is one recurring topic: the 2024 presidential election. In this video, we're going to examine who the 2024 presidential candidates are, what issues they're focusing on, and what to expect as we get closer to both the primaries and the election. As you may remember, the 2020 Democratic primaries were a tight and heated race. The 2024 primaries are displaying the opposite: not many Democrats and a lot of Republicans, because of incumbent Biden's presumed nomination. There are three main declared Democrats running in the primaries: Joe Biden, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., known as RFK, and Marianne Williamson. The Republican Party has a vast range of options for the primary elections. The following declared candidates are considered to be the main candidates running: Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, Chris Christie, and Francis Suarez. The Green Party declared candidates are Cornel West and Randy Toller. The Libertarian Party declared candidates are Jacob Hornberger, Lars Mapstead, Chase Oliver, Joshua Smith, and Mike Termott. Other third-party declared candidates include Joseph Afroman Foreman, Taylor Marshall, and Kanye West. In addition to this list, there are countless other politicians speculated to announce their presidential campaigns without confirmation from the politicians themselves. Some examples include Democrat Stacey Abrams, Republican Rick Scott, and Independent Liz Cheney. According to the website Race to the White House, the average of 30 recent reputable polls shows Joe Biden in the lead for the Democratic nominee at 64.2%. RFK is following at 13.7%, leaving Marianne Williamson with 6.6%. For the Republican primaries, polls show Donald Trump in the lead with 53.7%, followed by Ron DeSantis at 15.9%, Vivek Ramaswamy at 6.5%, Nikki Haley at 3.4%, and Chris Christie at 2.6%. The remaining Republican nominees previously listed all have less than 1% of voters, according to the polls. While few polls have been recorded to determine the third-party nominees for the 2024 presidential election, Cornel West appears to have the most backing and campaign fundraising. For the sake of clarity, we'll focus on the main candidates running. This includes the three Democratic candidates and the Republican candidates ranking over 1% in poll averages. So, what issues will define the 2024 election? In order to examine the candidates' stances on issues, it's important to examine which issues are important to voters compared to the candidates running for election. A survey of US adults conducted a month before the 2022 midterm elections lists the percentage of registered voters who say which issues are very important to their vote. According to this poll, the average of both Democratic and Republican candidate supporters show that the economy, the future of democracy in the country, education, healthcare, and energy policy were the top 5 issues for voters in the midterm elections. However, this only looks at the average. Many issues show a much higher percentage of one party's voters than the others. The economy is one example. 92% of Republican candidate supporters ranked the economy as very important to their vote, whereas only 65% of Democratic candidate voters did the same. The top 5 issues for Democrats were the future of democracy in the country, healthcare, abortion, Supreme Court appointments, and climate change. The top 5 issues for Republicans were the economy, immigration, violent crime, the future of democracy in the country, and energy policy. The candidates running in the primaries have several issues and stances that they've emphasized throughout their campaigns. While some of these issues align with the interest of voters, others differ. The main issues emphasized by Democratic candidates include preserving democracy, abortion, climate change, war on drugs, criminal justice, and taxes/economy. The following issues are listed on the different candidates' campaign websites and/or have been emphasized in interviews. Out of these top issues, we can see a list of stances for Democratic candidates to this point. And the main issues emphasized by Republican candidates include the economy, education, immigration and border control, preserving democracy, abortion, and Chinese relations. Here are their respective stances. These hot-button issues are going to be key deciding factors in determining the 2024 presidential election winner. At the end of the day, the issues that voters care about will influence who they vote for. The Iowa Republican caucus on January 15, 2024 will kickstart the presidential election primaries. The Republican presidential nominee will be officially announced after the Republican National Convention on July 15th through 18th, 2024. The Democratic presidential nominee will be officially announced after the Democratic National Convention on August 19th through 22nd, 2024. The general election for the President of the United States will occur on November 5th, 2024. As the primary election approaches, it's important as a voter to do your research on the presidential candidates. Media bias exists, so finding reputable sources is key to learning the true stances on issues and other crucial information for each candidate.